Imagine waking up one day to find that China is no longer just a rising power, but the world's most dominant superpower. How would that reshape global politics, trade, even the internet you're using right now? It's not just a futuristic fantasy, it's a real plan already in motion. So how exactly does China plan to become the next global superpower? And more importantly, can anyone stop it? Over the past few decades, China has transformed from an isolated, developing country into the second-largest economy on Earth. But that's only phase one. Phase two is about reshaping the global order, and China has a multi-layered strategy for how to get there. First, there's economic dominance. The Belt and Road Initiative is a prime example. This massive infrastructure project spans across Asia, Africa, and Europe, connecting over 140 countries through trade routes, ports, and railways, all funded and influenced by China. The goal? To make China the central hub of global trade, much like the US after World War II. But it's more than just roads and bridges. It's about influence. Countries that rely on Chinese investment often find themselves aligning with Beijing's political interests. Next, there's technological supremacy. China is pouring billions into AI, quantum computing, and semiconductors. Companies like Huawei and DJI are already global leaders, but China wants more. The Made in China 2025 initiative outlines a plan to dominate high-tech industries worldwide. And let's not forget TikTok, the first non-Western social media app to truly conquer the global stage. Technology is power, and China wants to own the platforms that shape public opinion and collect data across borders. Then there's military modernization. While China doesn't spend as much as the US on defense, it's closing the gap quickly. The Chinese military is being upgraded with next-gen weapons, cyber warfare units, and space capabilities. The South China Sea is now heavily militarized, giving China more control over vital shipping lanes and natural resources. And Taiwan? Beijing sees it as non-negotiable. Reclaiming it is not just a military goal, but a national priority. But military might and tech dominance aren't enough. China is also focused on narrative control, winning the global information war. From state-owned media broadcasting in dozens of languages to Confucius Institutes on university campuses around the world, China is actively shaping how people perceive its rise. It wants to be seen not as a threat, but as a benevolent leader offering an alternative to Western dominance. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. China faces major challenges: an aging population, a slowing economy, and rising international pushback. Countries are becoming more wary of Beijing's tactics, especially when debt traps and surveillance concerns come into play. But despite these hurdles, the ambition remains. By 2049, the 100th anniversary of the People's Republic of China, Beijing wants to lead the world in every key domain. So, what does this mean for the rest of us? Whether you see it as a threat or an opportunity, one thing is clear: China's rise will reshape the world we live in. The question isn't if China becomes a superpower, it's what kind of superpower it chooses to be. If you found this breakdown insightful, consider subscribing for more deep dives into the forces shaping our future. Share this video if you think more people need to understand what's really happening behind the headlines. The world is changing fast. Let's keep up with it together.